Hello and welcome back to Betrayal on the Trail. When we last saw our heroes, they'd managed to obtain their first rose by making the Drider who owned it practically powerless through the combination of bane, poison, and disarming it. After obtaining the rose, the party took time to rest in the bedroom they had found prior, and spent some time identifying the magical items they had found that day, discovering that they had found a necklace that made the wearer more hardy, and a ring that can have spells stored inside. The party spent the night in this room, and during that night Kibal had a strange dream, involving himself as a child, being held by a younger dragonborn, who was being told to take Kibal far away by an older draconic woman. Morning eventually came and the party leveled up, and that is where we shall continue our adventure. We find our heroes in the bedroom that they had taken a long rest in. You all kind of come to eventually. It's hard to tell if it's become morning or not yet because there's no natural light shining its way in. So, what would we like to do?
I think Cabal is trying to keep the dream that he had in mind last night. It's bothering him. I think he would, before we properly get going, would like to... Did I take the portrait from the portrait room at the end of the fight or not? I mean, you didn't... if not, can I go back and do that?
Yeah, you didn't explicitly say it, but then you asked after session, so it's cool if you snuck it back under your arm while heading out. I'm alright with that.
Alright, I'm gonna take the portrait out and unroll it and look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Is the Dragonborn woman on the portrait either of the two Dragonborn from my dream?
Insight check for me.
Oh no. Don't think I'm very insightful. Oh no, I'm alright. That's 12?
There is a certain amount of resemblance between the two. It's not like a mirror image sort of thing, but there is elements of like facial structure and like eye shape that do kind of share a certain connection. But there is a certain bit in the back of your mind of like, is that only happening because I saw the portrait and then had a dream of a draconic woman? Am I just equating that in my head? Or is this an actual memory? But to your knowledge, it is quite uncomfortably close.
Alright, I'm going to roll the portrait back up and just chew thoughtfully on a lemon.
Cool. Is there any way anyone else wants to spend their morning?
I'd like to see to lounge, just kind of like give them some residue, some bees that have potentially died under the bed overnight.
Amazing.
And just make sure they're all right. Pop them back and just generally just kind of kick my heels a bit.
So lounge is after your first evening, of letting lounge rest in a nice hydrated area. Lounge is seeming pretty rambunctious this morning. They seem way more active than they were before, kind of like properly crawling around on your shoulders, going on an actual explore of this new horizon available, and occasionally shooting the tiniest little lick of flame like before, just every maybe 10 seconds or so, just kind of like yawning and then letting one out.
A full little guy, I am wearing fabric. Just kind of like putting out the occasional flames here and there.
By the time you've like patted one out, Lounge is already on the other shoulder, like lighting a new fire.
Okay.
This is it. This is how Marie dies.
This is just gonna be. Just wake up on fire.
Is there like a kettle or a means to boil water in here?
Ooh, I mean, not a specifically designated one. No. You have a supply of running water though, so you have means to make something work.
As a non-magic user, I threw him like a cold cup of tea. I gotta use the strawberry tea bag.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's fine.
I mean, like Like I could, unless if you want me, if you don't mind me using like a level spell slot, like this is exactly what I'm about. Like I don't like using my magic for evil. I kind of like wouldn't mind like heating you up with like a little pot of tea if you really want one. Heat metal might explode. I don't know.
We might need those for today, depending on what we have planned.
You're right, but also I don't mind.
Oh, it's okay. Cold tea is fine.
Okay.
Would you like some?
No, no, I wouldn't.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
The water from the Shadowfell, so the ones that you kind of poured out into your mug, as it comes from tap, it has the slightest kind of murky colour to it. So I'm not sure if that'll change, whether you do want to continue having a nice tea-filled morning or not, but...
Does it taste okay? If I'll just try a little bit of it on its own just to see how it tastes without the tea bag,
It's a little bit earthy.
Yeah, earthy's fine. Trees lived in the wilderness for long enough to be okay with earthy.
Cabal leans over and smells it. It's like, is there any more of that going?
Sure. I'm gonna give Cabal some tea.
Yeah, cool. Cool. You guys drink tea?
Yeah.
Delicious.
This is the intense gameplay that we came for. I'm imagining all of this is making it into the final car.
No, yeah, of course. It's all plot important.
Okay, so we gotta find a butler, I guess.
Yeah. I asked where he would normally be.
He said probably in the servants' quarters, which was below us. If everybody's feeling rested up, let's
Yeah.
let's go and find that Eladrin and retain the rose.
I mean, I'm assuming if we ask nicely, you'll just hand it over. To be honest.
Ask nicely with these fists.
Arabella holds two, frail.
Shaking slightly.
He did kill Trelvin, but also I did promise 3 that I wouldn't kill him on sight.
What about on second sight? Upon further viewing?
I do want to know exactly why he killed Trelburn.
I think it's just because he brought us with him.
Yeah, it's like the nature of the beast. Life is cheap around here.
Well, dining room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. So, you make your way out into the main hallway again, head your way down the steps, and continue round the corridor that you'd been down the day before. It, like I say, continues off further into the mansion, up kind of like a small set of stairs, maybe going up about 5 feet or so, into a large, what appears to be dining area. It has a grand table extending off into the distance with a large fireplace in the back and portraits overlooking it all. And around the table are dead bodies attached to chairs. Each of them are Eladrin's, kind of similar to the butler. And you see the Eladrin kind of making his rounds, pouring glasses for each of the bodies, setting them down, and then kind of sending back into the kitchen area.
Are they definitely dead?
The worst thing about it is they look kind of old as well. They look like they've been dead a little while. It also, upon minor further inspection, it looks like they died in some form of combat. It looks like all their wounds kind of from slashes of swords, one's kind of got an arrow stuck in the head, and the room itself seems to have been combat damaged, broken chairs, tables kind of got a few dents in it.
But they're all set. Someone's taken these bodies and just placed them around the table then?
Yeah.
It's not like this.
And he's here right now pouring them wine.
He poured them all morning tea, set it down, and then went back off into the kitchen area.
Did he like notice us at all then, or?
No. I assumed you didn't like straight away walk in and announce yourselves.
Yeah, we want to be subtle around here, I think.
Give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he doesn't know they're dead.
I think, on balance, that might be scarier.
Yeah.
And a waste of tea.
Yeah, that's the problem here, Number.
It's one of the many
I mean, that tea's probably hot if you want to go drink that.
Yeah. I don't think they'll complain.
I'm okay.
Don't drink that tea.
So is it one big, like one long banqueting table?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay. And there's no other like servants or like orderlies in the room.
No, it's just that guy. He's the only, other than the Drider, who's kind of like pest control. He's the only other like servant working there that you've seen so far.
Okay, I want to have a quick glance at like a few of a sample set of the bodies. Like I want to look at like 3 or 4 of them next to each other. I want to have a look to see basically if there's any like sign of magical interference, if there's a rune on any of them. I want to see if he's gonna say jump and they're gonna jump up.
Yeah,
basically.
Sure. Do as an Arcana check then.
Oh, that's an 18.
Yeah, you do actually see a few kind of like arcane carvings, not like carved into the flesh, like just kind of drawn over the surface. They're kind of very lightly put across the arms and the legs of these bodies.
Oh, that's ever so bad.
Okay, I'm gonna like call the party over and as quietly as possible like point out and just be like,
I think we need to go.
the kitchen area, is it a separate room? Is there actually like a separate door that he's gone through?
Yeah, so
or is it in the same open space?
It's a separate room, but you would have to go through the dining hall in order to get to the kitchen. So it's at the like back left-hand wall.
Could be trapped.
We could try and bait him out of this room into the corridor, and then close the door somehow.
But then he's got to come through, and he's got the opportunity to send all of these lot through first.
Well, yeah, we would make him think that it's something good and not dangerous.
Hey, we made you some cold strawberry tea. Come on, yeah.
Give several examples.
It was better than it looked, but maybe we have something even better to offer him. I don't know. I mean, I don't have anything, but
he's not trying to get our rose, is he? This is
Yeah,
a battle royale situation. I've misunderstood.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could think of. Like, I don't know if I don't know what he wants. I mean, you'd have to like read his mind or something. Is that a thing we can do?
Oh, that's the thing I can do.
That'd be interesting, but it might.
I don't want to cast detect thoughts in case I get them from the bodies.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh no!
How many bodies did you say there were total?
There are 12 of them, so 6 on either side of the table.
We could take 6 dead bodies, right?
What if they're like strong? They look like they died in some kind of fight.
Well, we haven't, so
Well, they lost, didn't they?
True. If only I had about half an hour ago taken Dispel Magic.
Or a fireball.
When I went, both of those spells I went, we already need those things.
Funnily enough, that is one that I can do now, but I didn't think of it this morning.
I didn't
prepare it. I've got other things.
Really glad I don't understand magic sometimes, because it just seems really complicated.
I turn around to 3 and I'm like, I've seen you punch someone healthy.
That's different. I don't have to do spells, and I don't have a wand or a staff, or I just punch them, and then think about it a little bit, and
That's just called medicine.
It's just modern medicine.
Just grab a fistful of mint leaves and punch someone in the face with it.
He's got a doctorate degree.
Right.
Anyway, yeah.
Shall we just go through to the kitchen, and if there are
Yeah.
zombies, we'll deal with the zombies. We're all well rested.
Yeah. Let's go for it.
Yeah. Okay.
You start making your way across the large dining hall, getting about halfway down, and no zombies come to life, fortunately. But the spirits of some of the dead bodies emerge from where the bodies are sat, sort of ghostly figures emerging from out of them. About 4 of them in total at the moment. They all turn their head towards you all. And I'd like to quickly roll initiative for us all. So did anyone get above 20?
Yeah, I got 24. 20, 20,
Nice.
23, sorry.
Nice. Above 15? Cool. Above 10?
13?
Sick. Above 5?
9.
And Arabella.
2.
Ooh. So we begin initiative with Marie. You turn around to see all of these kind of hollow versions of these ladrons make their way up. They all also seem to have their weapons that they used to have in life. 3 of which have swords, 1 of which seems to have some kind of holy sigil. What would you like to do?
How many... Okay, so have they all got up from the table and they've all kind of grouped together?
No, they're still spread out, so they've not moved yet. So they're each about 20 feet apart from each other. They're like just random 4 ghosts that have raised their way up.
Okay. I see. Okay, so not grouped. I am confused and don't know what to do. So I think I'm just going to kind of like hold. I'm going to hold Thunder Wave. I'm going to run up to a specific point that's kind of equidistant between them,
Cool,
drawing
so
them
you would-
towards me.
You'll probably have to hop up onto the like dining table, so kicking like some of the food and stuff aside.
Yeah, I'll just like run up, like start, yeah, just run up and just like start waving, like bring them towards me, and I'd like to just be like, just come on, fuckers! And like I'll just hold Thunder Wave for when they're all kind of grouping together, and just hope that they like follow me.
Cool. Awesome.
And that's it. That's a 3rd level Thunder Wave as well.
Okay, cool. So next up in the initiative, see the kitchen door open. See the Eladrin have struck his way in, having heard Marie jump on table and call for spectres. He smiles and like, "You've already met my friends." Incredible. That's absolutely impeccable. Well, may as well begin then. And he is going to take a bow and arrow off his back. He is going to aim it upwards towards kind of like a top little chandelier area. Let it fire, and where the arrow kind of comes into contact with the chandelier, he is going to appear up there. He is going to first fire an arrow down at Gibal. That's a 13.
That won't hit.
Gonna-
Thank you. Swap the shield.
He's gonna, while you've got your shield up, he's gonna kind of try and aim a little bit lower and fire another one kind of into your leg area with a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that will probably hit, yeah.
I'll do 9 damage, 9 force damage to be specific.
Okay. Ow!
Yeah, that's gonna be him for the time being. It's just gonna kind of like hang off the top of the chandelier and kind of wave to you all from above. That brings us to Three's go.
I would have noticed what Marie's doing. I don't really want to interfere with her plan. How high is the chandelier off the? Because I have a climbing speed. How
Yeah.
much movement would it cost to get to him, like get onto the
gosh.
chandelier?
I'm thinking in 3 dimensions now, aren't I? About 75 feet to go, because you'd have to run across to the wall, climb your way up, go across, and then lower yourself back down again onto the chandelier itself. Is that cat distance?
It's definitely doable. I just want to figure out if I want to do it. Because I think Step of the Wind uses a bonus action. Yeah, it's a bonus action. Okay, so yeah, I'll use Feline Agility and Step of the Wind.
Yep.
So spend a key point. So I've used my bonus action, but that means I have 30, 60, 90. I think that either gives me 90 or 120 feet of climbing speed.
Yeah, either way you get it with that. So you all, like, watch 3 sprint at the wall, clamber his way up, then kind of like monkey bar his way across, and then slide back down the chain of the chandelier.
And then I'm gonna hit him with my quarterstaff.
Amazing.
That's a 14 to hit.
That does not hit, unfortunately.
Okay, I get 2 attacks now when I take the attack action, because level 5. Fuck. Second was a 9.
Cool. So you manage to get your way up there with him, but he seems much more kind of like dexterous in this specific terrain. You kind of lose your balance while he kind of moves his way across the chandelier. It seems he's used to fighting up here when you're not, which is a strange thing. So he manages to kind of like duck out of your way a few times. I assume that's the end of your go, unfortunately.
That's me.
Cool. So that brings us to Cabal next.
Okay. A couple of questions. So the Eladrin, like, spirits that have risen,
Yes.
they look incorporeal, right?
Yeah, they do.
Okay. How much room is there on this chandelier? Like, it's got 3 and this Eladrin on it. How much more space is there?
I would say you would have the room to maybe get potentially a third of that. They're already kind of taking half of it up each, but if you sandwich a third on there, it'll become a compact area, but they could all stand.
And if that, yeah, okay, but that's assuming that the third is a medium creature.
That is kind of assuming like 3 humanoids are all stood on there.
I'm gonna summon some animals, and there was an animal that I kind of want in melee combat.
That would put a bear on a chandelier.
It's a large creature. It's not a bear, but it is big. It is like a large creature.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily want to... Actually, I don't care if it brings it down. Bree is a cat. Yeah, okay. I'm ready. So, Cabal is going to throw back his head and bring his staff up, and in a language that he sort of barely understands, will like shout like, "Hello, citoyen!" Point to Marie and be like, "Protégez votre camarade!" Then point to the Eladrin and be like, "Ma!" And I would like to cast Conjure Animals. And I would like to summon 2 first level, 2 CR1 creatures.
Yeah.
I now, according to our deal, I would like to roll the dice to see if they am. It's a 10.
Cool.
According to our deal, that's ominous as hell.
It is.
Look, we've been doing some arrangements.
If it's below a certain number, Jay chooses what the animals are. So, appearing in a spot next to Marie, and appearing on the chandelier next to the thing are 2 giant toads.
Oh.
Each one like mottled grey brown, each sporting a little beret the same colour as Marie's tricorn.
My brethren!
I am going to roll initiative for the toads now. So they got an 18.
Awesome.
And then with a bonus action, I would like to summon my spirit totem banging the staff on the ground. I want to summon the iridescent cockroach in the like above it all, like on the roof, above the chandelier, shining down on all of us, giving all of us and the toads 10 temporary HP.
Amazing.
Yes.
And everybody now has advantage on strength checks and strength saves while they're within 60 foot of the La Cucaracha. And that is going to be Cabal's turn.
Awesome. So it has turned into a zoo in this area now, just
Oh, yeah.
an incomparable amount of animals. The spirits are now going to make their way towards Marie, being the one that drew their attention first. And as they come into range, you can...
I can't. I'm just gonna have a look at the toad and be like, I can't save you. I'm sorry. Like, and I'll cast Thunder Wave.
Amazing.
So that is a Constitution saving throw, if that's alright. The DC is 14.
Cool. 2 pass, 2 fail.
Okay.
The toad passed.
The toad passed, yes. On a successful save, they still take half as much damage, and it is 4d8. So we will see. So 16 thunder damage, and the ones that failed are pushed 10 feet away from me.
Awesome. 2 of the ones with swords pushed kind of like 10 feet backwards, kind of scattering further from the dining table. They kind of move perpendicular from the ground, so they don't like skate across it, they just soar across and then come to a stop. The one with the holy sigil is going to hold it close to them, and in Sylvan, those of you that understand it, is going to whisper a small prayer to itself. And it is going to kind of like back up a little bit for the rest of the party. The rest of them are going to continue and move in on Marie. First one is going to hit you for a 12, which I think just misses.
Yeah, that just misses.
Second one's also 12, and third one is a 19.
That do hit.
Awesome. So it's gonna slash across you with this barely existing sword, and you feel like just this coldness spread across where the blade comes with contact, and you take 13 necrotic damage.
Cool.
And could you make a Constitution saving throw for us?
Oh no. That's a natural 1.
Cool. I assume that amount of damage lowered below the temporary hit points, did it?
It did. I'm on 32 now.
That is now your maximum hit points.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh no! I don't like that.
Arabella, that brings us to you next.
I've got a cone attack. Is it going to be possible to do that on the guy on the chandelier without hitting 3? Like, could I angle it in such a way that 3 would be on the edge of it?
Yes, you could. You would also be kind of risking the integrity of the chandelier itself, though.
That's
I'm
okay.
Like, go nuts.
Yeah,
Bring
you've
it
got nuts dexterity. Excellent. In which case, I would like to cast Pulse Wave.
Excuse me?
Oh, hell yeah.
Which is like a pressure cone, and I'd like to declare that it's pushing. So it's a Constitution saving throw.
What about the toad? There's a toad up
I
there.
might hit the toad.
Yeah,
There's a giant toad up there.
I'm
Like, it
gonna
is
say
big.
it's gonna have to hit the toad.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry.
Wait,
Now
what
that's
save does the toad need to
unforgivable.
make?
A Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
This is the real betrayal on the trail.
16 for the 16 for the toad.
I
16 passes.
got merely a 10.
That fails. He takes 23 damage.
Ooh, that's
Toad
nice.
takes half that. And he's pushed 15 feet backwards, and all objects in that cone that aren't attached are also pushed 15 feet backwards.
You're angling this upwards, kind of like at an angle towards the chandelier.
Well,
so
yeah, it would be like directly towards the ceiling, but it would be at 15 feet would.
Either way,
with
it would
the
be
ceiling.
kind of like sending him flying upwards a little bit and then back down towards the earth. But I am also going to rule that because the chandelier is in this cone, it's going to kind of like send the chandelier sideways for a second, and I'm going to require a dexterity saving throw from 3.
Oh, shit. 13.
Oh.
Oh,
So, I'm going to need one from the
Oh,
frog as well, actually.
Yeah, the toad gets a 13.
Oh my god. Okay. So we are all gonna take 20 feet worth of fall damage real fast.
Fun.
So that is 10 fall damage from this.
Ow.
So
noises.
sorry.
the Eladrin, however, does go a little bit further because of, I'm going to say, he angled upwards another 5 feet and then plummeted down a little bit further. So he kind of like flies off, slams to the other side of the table down, and you see the frog and Free plummet down onto the table, kind of near to where Marie and the other frog are. Is there anything else you want to do, Arabella?
I'll just back up towards, like, just maybe 10 or 15 feet closer towards the entrance.
Awesome, so that brings us back to the top with Marie.
Okay. Things have drastically changed since the last time I was here. So where's the guy? Where's the guy now?
So the guy is about 15 feet from the table, on the other side to where you all came in. So he's on the right-hand side of this table.
I see, and the ghosts are still surrounding. Like,
Yeah, the one with the holy sigil has backed off in his direction, but the rest are still surrounding you.
okay,
And
And
you've
it's,
got a massive toad next to you.
we've got 2 massive toads and the 3 now.
Yeah, you're flanked by frogs,
Um,
essentially. You've got a full army going.
Yeah. My thunder wave is not going to work here anymore. How are you doing? Like, is 3 looking rough?
I'm okay. That's just got rid of my temp HP, so I probably look normal.
I'm going to say, so just do a first level Bane at main dude, I think.
Cool.
If that's alright.
Yeah, that is completely fine.
It's a charisma saving throw. That's alright.
So that is a dirty 20 on that one.
That's a no. Yeah, I'll send out a sad note at him. Stupidly just brush it off, and then I'll like just look at the mess that I have put myself in.
You aggressively play the harmonica in the middle of 2 trucks.
Yeah, I'll just like kind of like hold the harmonica in my mouth and toot on it whilst like holding my buddies.
The Eladrin is gonna use half of his movement to get up off of the floor, brush himself off a little bit and be like, I liked it up there. And he is going to run to maneuver himself so that Marie and Arabella are in a line from each other. He's gonna pull bow off his back again, ready it, fire, and first it's going to try and hit Marie. 17.
Yeah.
Hits. So that is going to do to you 17 piercing damage.
Okay.
The arrow
Excellent.
slashes through your shoulder and continues through. And I'm going to make an attack roll against Arabella as it continues on its journey.
Like, I really, really don't want to be a stickler,
Yeah.
but because it's gone through my skin, does that mean the poison has attached itself to the arrow?
Why are would you say that?
Why would you put me
know.
in this position?
Oh no, I'm sorry. Just so I
No,
made
that's so cool, but that would be so cool if it wasn't against you guys.
Yeah. No, I don't know. That I didn't say that.
So anyway, that is a 23 to hit you, Arabella.
No, actually, my dexterity is so yeah, that hits.
And it sticks in you, doing the same amount of damage, which was 17. And make a Constitution saving throw.
No! Oh, my constitution's great now. 13.
Yeah, that saves. Yeah, you're good. Like my DC's 12.
Okay,
Sick.
cool. So you-
Come on, give me that necklace.
Yeah.
I can't die in every fight we have.
Yeah.
And
God.
it is gonna use its other attack against Marie as well. That one's 13 to hit, which just hits, I think.
Just hits. My AC is 13. Yeah.
Ooh. That one is just 9 damage though.
Okay. I'm looking very rough though.
Cool.
You added the 10 hit points as well.
Oh yeah. Like
Those were some big
I
hits.
drew it. I drew attention to myself, and it is entirely my fault. So-
And with that, it is going to be the frogs' turns.
Oh, so they're toads.
Toads. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
How dare you?
Toads. Okay, so the two toads are going to, according to their instructions, the first toad is going to protect its comrades. So it is going to make a bite attack on the closest ghost, the closest spirit to Marie.
Yeah, of course.
I know that is probably not going to be much good. So it is 14 plus 4, 18 to hit.
That does hit, yeah.
All right, so it might be immune to some of these things now. So it's going to take 12 points of piercing damage plus 3 points of poison damage, and it's grappled if it can be grappled.
So, you watch your frog move in and take a bite against it. You kind of see a little bit of resistance in the bit of what would be the flesh of the Eladrin spirit, and you kind of are able to see from its teeth injecting the poison into its arm, and it just dribbles through the arm and back down onto the floor, not taking. And then the spirit just moves its arm through the mouth, and the frog clamps fully down. It is not grappled, unfortunately.
The other frog is going to see, you've got me doing it. The other toad is going to go for the Eladrin. So how far away is it?
The Eladrin was 15 feet from the table.
Yeah, excellent. So he's going to make a jump, which he's got a jumping range of like 20 feet. So he's going to leap from where he is, like next to him, and is going to make a bite attack.
That is amazing.
So that is a dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah, of course.
Lovely. So that is going to be 6 plus 2, 8 points of piercing damage, plus 4 points of poison damage,
Nice.
and he is grappled.
Cool.
As he is bitten. He can attempt to escape with DC 13 until it ends. He is restrained. Toad can't bite another target, but boy, I sure hope he's still there next to him. And because then the toad could try and eat him.
yes.
That's all the time we've got for this week's episode. But before you go, I just want to thank you so much for watching. Make sure you leave us a like if you like what you just saw, and make sure you subscribe so you never miss out on any of the adventure.